The finals are coming June 4th at 8 p.m. on ABC.
Oh, look at that MVP move! MVP? Come on, Black. The real MVP just landed home.
Now, Verizon Wireless lets you help choose the NBA Finals 2003 MVP. Just text MVP to the number 622 to participate. Then, during a deciding game of the finals, you'll be sent a ballot. Look for your favorite player, because every night you vote, you're entered in our sweepstakes for a chance to win a high-definition TV and wireless phone. So text MVP to the number 622 now to get started.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Oh, look, it's the guy who falls.
Fall now.
Oh, I don't really do that anymore. It's not like I got that insurance.
What insurance?
Flat.
They pay cash if you can't work when you get hurt. Not that I ever did. Aisle 5 in lingerie.
Price check.
Hey guys, Domino's is here.
Kids, give this man some air, please. What day is it, sir? Free pizza day. And the next day? Free pizza day. Fascinating. And the next day? Free pizza day. Kids, your dad's gonna be just fine.
Now, every day is free pizza day at Domino's. Get a medium one-topping pizza free when you buy a large Domino's pizza at menu price any day.
Sir, how many pizzas am I holding?
2.
He's gone.
Get the door. It's 2 for 1 pizza days. How do you keep a car from ending up like this? Try armor. Armor all protected. It does more than clean and shine. It protects. Coming to DVD. Rosman, get down to business. Mary.
Girlie just doesn't like to get tied down.
Bond. James Bond. Die Another Day. The 2-disc special edition DVD. Own it June 3rd.
Memorial Day in America. It's a time for families. Lowe's will help you celebrate it with special values. Save $6 on every gallon of Olympic premium interior and exterior paint. Save $20 on this Wagner Power Painter. Use your Lowe's card store-wide and pay nothing until January 2004 on purchases of $299 or more. Begin this Memorial Day at Lowe's and celebrate all summer long.
We ride together. We die together. You alright, man? Bullets. No.
All that. Mr. Nothing.
Hey, look. We did some of it. Well, I was at a family barbecue. Rated R. In theaters July 18th.
It is time for the Verizon Wireless halftime report on what has been a rather strange night at American Airlines Center. Dallas leading 52-47. But it's 7:13 Central Time, about 15-20 minutes before the scheduled tip time. The alarms went off here, sirens were blaring, and those inside were ordered to evacuate American Airlines Center. There had been a small fire in the kitchen here. Sensors went off. Everyone left. Everyone came back in. Tip was delayed about 25 minutes, a half hour. But hey, they played 24 minutes. And the Dallas Mavericks down 2-1, lead at the half, 52-47. That's Charles. That's Magic. That's Kenny. I'm Ernie. And you've got pictures of the first half. Tell me what jumped out at you with Dallas playing without Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay, in the game of basketball, there's 3 different categories on the offensive end you're going to fall into. You either be a playmaker, you either be a finisher, or you be like these guys, a playmaker and a finisher. But you have to let your playmakers be playmakers and your finishers be finishers. And Dallas is running a little bit of a risk because they got guys like Adrian Griffin sometimes being forced to be playmakers, and they're not accustomed to doing that because of Dirk Nowitzki being out of the game. And here again, Nara, he's a playmaker, no. So he travels over here. Again, here, Walt Williams with the ball. He playmakes, but no, he gets Michael Bentley a bad opportunity and a bad shot. So if they stay with having Nick Van Exel and Steve Nash be the playmakers, then those guys can finish. But when they get crisscrossed, they look terrible.
You make a good point, Kenny. I mean, Dallas still has to even make the game faster paced game. They can't finish this game off and win this game if the tempo stays the same. But at the same time, Charles and I were talking about this, they don't have enough manpower. So I look for this game to be close, but San Antonio will end up winning because they're going to run out of gas.
Well, one of the reasons I said they couldn't run, they got to slow the game down and do ISOs. Michael Finley, Nick Van Exel's do that. Because if they try to run, they're going to run out of gas. And also, those three, they shot 45%. They won't shoot that in the second half. The game is definitely at San Antonio's pace. But I got 2 words for y'all. Manu Ginobili!
Heaven, his
Manu Ginobili!
best game of the series by far. He had scored 21 points in the previous 3 games. He had 17 at the half, knocking down 3-pointers. And
When they were double teaming Tim, and then they elected to back off of him, so he said, you know what? If you're going to back off me, then I'm going to back off in your face right here. But you can't back off him not on your own, but he's a great shooter and a great open shooter.
he's got 17. Parker's got 13. Duncan with only 8. And for Dallas, Finley 15, Nash 14, Van Exel 13. They have hit 9 out of 20 from the arc, have the Mavericks. So 23 pointers, 5 free throw attempts. To be expected with no inside presence, but they have a lead at the break. And when we come back, we will be joined by that man. Get used to that smile, boys and girls. LeBron James joins us live next.
Western Conference Finals halftime report is brought to you by Verizon Wireless, the official wireless provider of the NBA.
Can you hear me now? Good.
The drama of the Master Age, coming July to TNT.
I've made a lot of news on the baseball diamond, but if you want to find out about this diamond, you gotta go talk to your doctor.
Ready to try Viagra for the first time? See your doctor and find out if a free sample's right for you.
My doctor says it's right for me. That's why I stay with it. For more information, go to Viagra.com. Cue the cheesy inspirational music.
Critics everywhere are singing the praises of Bruce Almighty. 2 thumbs up. Gene Shalit raves it's wildly funny with a knockout script. I haven't heard such an uproar of seat-shaking laughter in years.
You always were funny.
Everyone agrees. Good. Don't miss Bruce Almighty. Rated PG-13. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Warning, the following stunts were performed by professionals. Do not attempt anything from this movie. Right now on pay-per-view. Check out all the stuff you can't see anywhere else. Jackass, the movie. Now on pay-per-view. Blockbuster pay-per-view movies. Do for the 100s and order with your remote.
A ship that's been abandoned. What's a thing like that doing out here? A mystery that's been forgotten. It's a caution. A presence that's been awakened.
I think I saw something I couldn't possibly have seen.
The line between this world and the next will be crossed.
No jet yet.
Ghost Ship. Order it now on Blockbuster pay-per-view movies.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. And any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other use and dissemination of this telecast, or the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
In June, he will be the #1 pick of the NBA draft. Today, LeBron James is joining us live from Akron, Ohio. And LeBron, thanks a lot for spending some time with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Hey, what you got on your feet right now?
Oh, y'all want to
see where I got my
Feel any feet?
You know Charles. You know Charles might not know. Charles knows something about this. Look at the side. Y'all see on this day. Y'all know the Air Force One.
I didn't know what brand. I couldn't tell what brand that was.
Hey, Charles, he should have signed with Adidas. Why didn't he sign with Adidas?
Well, he want to be famous, baby. Only Nike can make you famous.
I follow Charles. I was following Charles' footsteps to Nike.
Hey, LeBron, I got 2 questions for you real quick. Did you go to the prom?
Nah, I didn't go to the prom. I had to handle some business.
All right, and were you voted most likely to succeed?
Hey, well, them votes all come out next week, so
Hey, what are these days like for you with all the attention and with Cleveland getting the #1 pick, and you know that, hey, I'm staying close to home?
well, I'm just really excited about this upcoming season. Hopefully we can look forward to seeing what our coach is going to be and hopefully give me some veteran players that surround me and try to get as easy as they can for me to make the transition from high school to the NBA.
What position do you think you're best suited for? I mean, everybody say 1, 2, 3, 4. What position do you prefer to play?
I think the 1 and 2, because I think, a lot of people compare me to Magic sitting in there, and I think for me and my teammates for the Cavs, I think wherever they need me to play, I think I can provide.
Well, first of all, you ain't like Magic Johnson yet because he got more than 100 million. Long way to go. You know what, LeBron, I know one thing, and I was kind of wondering, I know how you probably prepared for this, to getting yourself a high school season. And earlier I asked, I wonder what you're going to do differently to prepare for an NBA season, which is totally different from being prepared for a high school season.
Well, I just have to ask around the people who have made the transition from high school to the NBA because I've never been to the NBA before, so it's going to be hard for me to try to make the transition. I just think most of it all is going to be from 29 games to 81 games. I think that's the biggest transition in the traveling.
Hey, LeBron, who do you think your coach is going to be? What are the papers up there saying? Is Jeff Van Gundy got the inside track up there? He's here watching this very interview.
Well, little do they know is in the Cleveland Plain Dealer today, there was speculations talking about Larry Brown might be the front runner. And I think Larry Brown is a great teacher if we can get him because he can, I think I'm a student of the game, and for Larry Brown, it'll be great.
What's the positive and the negative about you ending up in Cleveland? Because now all your friends get to come see you play, which is good, but also that can be bad too.
Well, it's been a lot of pressure for me the last 4 years. And I just think that every time I go out there, it's going to be pressure because everyone comes to watch me play. But I feel like if I just go out there and play my game, I'm going to give the people what they come to see.
Have you learned that magic word yet? No. That's going to become the most important word in your vocabulary. No, I'm not lending you money. And no, I'm not getting you tickets. And no, I'm not helping you start a business. You know what, LeBron, also, if everyone's projecting, in 3 years he'll be this, in 2 years or this year, what do you see yourself doing? What do you see LeBron James impact? What's going to happen? Tell us what you see.
Well, I think for the Cavs, I think I'm going to make an impact immediately because, I think our team can't get any worse than last year. So I'm just going to try to make the biggest impact that I can this year and try to get my teammates better every day and also myself.
Go out on a limb and say y'all going to make the playoffs. Right now, guarantee y'all going to make the playoffs.
No, I can't be like the coach from Atlanta. I'll take it somebody that make the playoffs.
LeBron James, thanks for spending some time. Thank you for your answers, and
good luck, man.
I hope you can use all the advice you got from the set here tonight.
And send me a LeBron signed jersey.
3 of them. I can't wait to get my LeBron James shoes.
I know it's tough going to PE next week, ain't it? Learn to say no, LeBron. Learn to say no. We'll be back with more of the Verizon Wireless halftime report in just a second. Meantime, you've seen it before. Here is Charles Barkley's super agent dispensing advice to people who don't need it for over 10 years. LeBron James, the latest client.
The finals are coming June 4th at 8 p.m. on ABC.
Oh, look at that MVP move. MVP? Come on, Black. The real MVP just landed home. Now, Verizon Wireless lets you help choose the NBA Finals 2003 MVP. Just text MVP to the number 622 to participate. Then, during a deciding game of the finals, you'll be sent a ballot. Look for your favorite player, because every night you vote, you're entered in our sweepstakes for a chance to win a high-definition TV and wireless phone. So text MVP to the number 622 now to get started.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Wherever you go, whatever you go through, dry, scratchy, irritated eyes don't have to come with the territory. You've got Visine Tears. When eyes get dry, scratchy, irritated, Visine Tears can soothe, moisturize, and protect like your own natural tears. And it's safe to use as often as you need. Visine Tears relieves dry eyes like your own natural tears. And when allergies make your eyes itchy and red, get relief with Visine A.
And there's more efficient use of space, right?
Just talk to the guy at Office Depot. Everything's going to be fine.
Terrific. Office Depot sells office products to more of the world than anyone, so we know how to help you get better organized.
Look good.
Office Depot, what you need to know.
And welcome back. Vote for the Western Conference Finals Fan MVP. Pre-register on NBA.com or use your Verizon wireless phone to send the text message MVP to 622. Watch the NBA Western Conference Finals exclusively on TNT, and on potential deciding game nights, you will receive a ballot. Enjoy the second half, y'all.
The halftime report is brought to you by Verizon Wireless, the only wireless provider that allows you to vote for the NBA Western Conference Finals MVP.
Hey, let's see the number. Oh, yeah, man. I talked to that girl for 20 minutes. Yep. You broke the Verizon. Verizon? You looked. I looked. I saw you look, man. Why? They're up here, man. How did you know? See what she was wearing? I mean, you guys looked. You got a caller? Yeah, real lucky on beer. The guys to drink you with. Finish him.
Look on the other guy's face.
You be my own, Manny.
Be in the woman. Kozlowski. Couldn't.
Millions of little girls.
Every athlete is fueled by something.
Welcome aboard. Please turn off all unapproved electronic devices. We have a very crowded flight today, and all overhead space is full. The captain expects frequent turbulence, so please remain seated at all times. And we do anticipate a late arrival. Thank you.
The Hyundai Santa Fe, with America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you upgrade your travel plans, you win.
NBA basketball players are the greatest athletes in the world. Day in and day out, just perform the most remarkable feats.
These guys are mobile guys who can dribble, run, shoot three-pointers, take the ball anywhere, do anything he wants to. And so you see more spectacular plays than ever before in the history of basketball.
Watch the NBA Finals Game 1, June 4th at 8 p.m. on ABC.
We are back in Dallas, getting ready for the second half, and the Mavericks playing without Dirk Nowitzki, leading San Antonio 52-47. Marv Albert, Jeff Van Gundy, the czar, Mike Fratello, and Jeff of the Mavs came out with a great burst of energy, and they have done it by hitting the shot from downtown.
They're 9 for 20 from 3, and I love how the big three, Finley, Nash, and Van Exel have attacked, scoring 42 points in the first half.
San Antonio down by as many as 9 points in a very quiet first half to offer Tim Duncan, who has been effectively double-teamed by the Mavericks.
Well, first thing off, both teams have really shortened their rotations, using just 7 players on each team in the first half. Duncan only 5 field goal attempts and taking the ball out of his hands. Somebody had to step up. It happened to be Manu Ginobili, 17 points off the bench to help keep them in the game.
Let's take a look at the game summary. Mavericks at 48% from the field, 20 of 42. San Antonio just 13 for 33. 39%, but they have done it at the foul line. 18 of 20 at the line. Dallas just 3 for 5 at the line, and San Antonio getting production off the bench. 23 bench points, only 5 for Dallas. Now guess what is this with LeBron James coming out of Larry Brown? Well, nothing personal against Larry Brown. Obviously, he did not realize that you were sitting there.
But I loved his answer about Larry Brown. Great teacher, very humble in all of his answers about what he wanted to accomplish. But he could have spared a little love for me.
In all fairness to him, the young man was sitting there trying to do the interview, looking into a TV monitor. He did not know that you were there on camera, so I felt very badly for you, partner. I really did.
Oh, thank you. But I'll tell you one thing. I love his whole demeanor with all the hoopla that is now surrounding him.
The thing that Charles Barkley said may have been the greatest information and advice he can get. He learned to say no. Pick and choose wisely.
Third quarter underway.
San Antonio with Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Bruce Bowen, David Jackson, and Tony Parker on the floor. Robinson thought he was fouled. Van Exel fires going right to left. Nick Van Exel with 2 more. He has 15. He's shot as well from the floor. Mavericks lead by 7. Try to get back into the series, trailing 2 games to 1. With being number 5 in San Antonio on Tuesday night. They do not want to be in a position down 3-1 back in San Antonio. Owen kept it alive, and a loose ball foul against the Spurs.
If you're going to play a bigger team versus a smaller team, then you have to take advantage of pound them on the glass. San Antonio hasn't done it yet.
Foul on Bowen is second. Let's check in with Craig Stegman. Craig?
Well, coaching staff for San Antonio is happy that they survived that poor start, but not happy with that being out-rebounded. Obviously, there's some long rebounds from the threes and the box out, looking at the ball. Only 5 assists, 3 from Duncan. The ball won't get Duncan's hands. So it's Duncan and more Duncan. So,
Greatness was a great biscuit, and he said that his teammates played extremely well in the first half. He thought that the ball movement in the half-court offense was outstanding. Defensively, he thought that his team did a great job on Tim Duncan. I asked him how the knee was feeling. He said, fantastic. It was great. He's looking forward to playing this Tuesday in San Antonio. And Mark, do you think Nelly might have a say in that?
Well, Dave Austin, the question is, LaFresh is able to slant. He gave us the impression that Vinci will be able to play at the SB Center in San Antonio on Tuesday, but he insisted that he sit out here tonight. Nice backdoor play as Jackson lost his man. Mavericks 56, Spurs 51. Nash. Mavericks are playing at a quick pace here at the start of the third quarter, looking to get those shot attempts on the rim. Offensive foul on Robinson. A quicker foul as David Robinson trying to center. Greg Popovich has not been happy, and that began with the quick hook. Early first quarter. Excellent Nash in the backcourt. Here's Nash. Steve Nash has been outstanding. His best game of this series. He has 16 points. Mavericks lead by 7. There's the double. On Duncan, finds Jackson.
That's the second time Jackson's made a good random cut. The driver at the fake is spotting up behind the three-point line.
A threat. The Duncan with 10 rebounds, 4 assists. doing it in other categories. But you pay so much attention to Duncan. If your defensive man turns his head, you go, help, I'm Duncan. I move without the ball. 2 good passes to Jackson. Walker from Duncan. Simmons piling up the assist. 8.5. Remaining on the third, Mavericks with a 3-point lead. And lead changes in the second quarter alone. Williams. And a foul on Williams. And a penetrate. Go to the line. It was hit by Robinson. Steven Robinson ball for his second. Williams to the line for the first time. He has got just 1 of 7 from the field. Mavericks down to 9 players tonight. The absence of Dirk Nowitzki and Sean Bradley, Evan Eschmeyer. Brothers, the drama of NASCAR on TNT all begins July 3rd. For complete schedule information, log on to NASCAR. Not talking about well, how about that Indy 500 race today? Going for the 3 peaks. Just leading up once again. Ramming right into the telecast here. Falling for play. Does not have a touch tonight from downtown. And so, cast on the play, hit for 2. Dallas leads by 7.
One thing that stands out to me, Jeff, is the fact that Dallas is putting a body on Tim Duncan. You don't see him just rising up above everyone like he did last game, clearing the bullets, coming up with second shot opportunities.
Greg Popovich calls for time. They are on their feet here at American Airlines Center.
Mom, Dad, we're here. Oh, great.
Oh! The Hyundai Sonata with America's best warranty.
Boy, am I hungry.
When life keeps getting better, you win.
Jason Kidd is probably the smartest player I think that's in the league right now. His ability to get his team ready to do certain things is extraordinary.
Tim Duncan is the greatest fundamental player in the game. He has no weaknesses, and he makes the game look simple. He is the MVP in our league.
Old school basketball was simple. It was passing, shooting, and defending. Today's game is old school.
Watch the NBA Finals, Game 1, June 4th at 8 p.m. on ABC.
TNT's exclusive coverage of the NBA Western Conference Finals is brought to you by Hyundai. If your car comes with America's best warranty, you win. And the hope. On June 20th, experience the incredible.
Soccer was huge in my development, I think, as an athlete. My first word was goal. So, I played soccer straight out of the crib, and, it does help your footwork, coordination, balance, timing, your athleticism. Maybe I'm not the most explosive guard, but, I have pretty quick feet, and my balance and coordination, I think, really make up for that. So soccer was incredible in my development.
All right, this a younger Steve Nash 5 years ago as a member of the Phoenix Suns, showing his nifty footwork. Steve grew up in Victoria, British Columbia. His dad played professional soccer in South Africa and England. Steve obviously changing hairstyles along the way. Nash has come up big tonight, 16 points. He's been excellent. I thought that for Dallas for 17. Fantastic Johnson. Here's that excellent Jackson back. And excellent off balance going glass. Mavericks have a 9-point lead. So Dallas matches his biggest lead of the night. We play 5 minutes of the Burgers. Parker for 3. Tony Parker with 18 points. And the great response by Tony Parker after a tough and exercise to come back and knock in the 3. And Axel lost it. Williams reaching in and then called for the foul. Even though it was an intentional, the foul had to be called, otherwise it was a travel violation on Tony Parker. David Robinson hits a double on Duncan, and he's still able to hit. What a tough angle shot off glass by Tim Duncan. And a good counter by Duncan to face up and shoot it before the double team arrives. Williams. And it appears that Malik Rose got a piece of that shot. Mavericks 66 Spurs 60. Dallas now shooting 50% from the field. Jackson with some room. And Axel accelerates on Bowen. And nowhere to go. So Duncan come over to help. It's a 3-on-2. Broken up momentarily. Recovered by Parker. And Axel over to help off the double. San Antonio ball. He lost the deflection on the cross forecast. By the time he got the ball in Duncan's hands, it was just 14, so long on 13 seconds left. By the time the double team comes to the next pass, the shot clock now at 9 seconds. 5.5. Remaining in the third. Duncan. And the officials confirm the last touch on Dallas, so San Antonio gets the shot clock. But even though Duncan missed that drive opportunity, again, he made the counter to face up and go by the French instead of accepting the double team with the back to basket. And it probably has come on at the sensational first half. Parker for 3. Rebound by Williams, struck by Jackson. Jackson took it right out of his hands, and then hits from downtown. Steven Jackson, one of 3 San Antonio players to be pulled early by Greg Popovich, and appear to be soaking at the bench as comeback strong here on the third. Yeah, one other thing I noticed while Greg Popovich has come out this half, he's sitting on the bench, understanding, I think, that everyone is feeling the pressure out there of having to win a game without Nowitzki on the other end. So I think he's backed off maybe his earlier stance and how he was going after his players a little bit. Kept up with all aggressive at the offensive end here of this third quarter. On a pick-up, Nash gets inside. He was expecting contact. Jackson once again with all kinds of time. Rebounded by Ginobili. And they can reset. Dallas by 3. Running about 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Game 4 of the Western Conference Final Series, and Tony Parker continues to excel. A 10-2 run
teardrop. So Popovich moving, dumping around now in the offensive end, particularly in the half-court sets.
The finals are coming June 4th at 8 p.m. on ABC.
Make room for the Amstel Light 12-pack. I told you she had a boyfriend.
The Hyundai Tiburon, with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you can be counted on, you win.
Make room for the Amstel Light 12-pack.
Would you like to own your own business and enjoy financial independence? Nationwide Cyber Systems introduces the most exciting business opportunity of the 21st century: public access internet terminals. These amazing machines offer high-speed internet access, email, and video email to the public for only 25 cents per minute. They take cash and credit cards. Bill Gates says in any area where there's payphones, you'll start to find public internet terminals. Forecasters predict that 300,000 of these machines will be in service throughout the U.S. by 2005. How many would you like to own? Nationwide can start you in a turnkey business and help you secure the most profitable locations in your area before someone else gets them. You can start part-time and expand according to your own timetable. Call now for your free video and information package. There is unlimited income potential. Don't delay. The best locations won't last long.
(1991), 6 men set off on a collision course with history. George Clooney. This is the moment of truth. Mark Wahlberg. The Perfect Storm. Next Sunday night at 8 on TNT.
San Antonio down by 9 just a moment ago with a 10-2 run. Mavericks getting 3 turnovers the last 5 possessions, leading to this barrage.
Double team, here it goes, and Tony Parker hits a 3 to the top of the circle. Face up, use the backboard with Park, gloves, and then again, Jackson spotting up for a 3. That's how you put a run together.
Dallas with only 1 turnover in the previous 18 minutes. And turned over 3 times in 5 possessions. Dallas players logging high number of minutes, which we anticipated in the absence of Dirk Nowitzki, Sean Bradley. Michael Finley has gone all the way. Nick Van Exel 1 minute shy of the distance. Steve Nash has nearly played all the way.
Well, remember what Nick Van Exel said, if we can keep making shots, then we'll have a chance. Because the minutes build up and those legs start to go, but you don't have the same whip. You can't knock down shots on a regular basis. You got a problem.
Finley posting, and he's blocked by Jackson. Steven Jackson has played well here in this 3rd quarter at both ends. Just under 4 remaining in the 3rd. Rick Popovich has Malik Rose and Manu Ginobili off the bench. On the floor, Jackson trying to get out of the pivot and lost it. Roger Bell is getting set to return. Here's LaFrance from way downtown. Save attempted by Williams, but Jackson is on it. Lost his headband in the process. Parker gets it. Well, San Antonio players continue to get the space because of the double teaming
of Tim Duncan.
Looks like very simple basketball, and it is, but so effective when you have players that execute what the coach has drawn up.
Parker with 9 of his 22 here in the third. Had that big third quarter on Friday night. Finley. Spurs have recaptured the lead, up by 1. 2.5 to go in the third. Parker, yes! Tony Parker in Game 3 on Friday had 19 of his 29 in the third. He has sparked a 14-2 run, 24 points in all by Parker, and this represents the biggest lead of the night for the Spurs. They're up by 3 points. Nash, met by Duncan, trying to protect the ball, and a foul is called against Dallas. And you can see the reaction by Don Nelson. Foul on LaFrance, that's his third.
Well, Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, not very happy with that particular ball. We see Nash go up, trying to draw contact, but he clears the right arm away of Tim Duncan with his free hand. That's where the offensive foul is called. Or it's called on LaFrance right there. Great LaFrance. That's a good call. That's the look right there as he pulls the arm down.
Nash sits down along with LaFrance. Duncan, and he suddenly is finding more room.
Well, he's made a good adjustment, as they all have. They're going to more pick and rolls. The pick and rolls are getting Dallas in rotation and getting bodies off Duncan, and then he can take advantage of it at a quicker pace.
Mavericks have missed their last 6 shots. Out of 5 on the shot clock. Van Exel is fouled. Foul committed by Duncan. That's 2 on Duncan. Nick Van Exel will go to the line. Nick had a magnificent series against Sacramento, averaged 25 a game, including that playoff career-high 40 back in Game 3, the double overtime victory. 4-point San Antonio lead.
Notice the unorthodox free throw attempt, the space between the foul line and the shooter's front foot. Nick Van Exel felt he's a better free throw shooter if he, instead of shooting it from 15, if he moves back to about 18.
I heard Bruce Bowen's going to do that and shoot from behind the three-point line. So keep backing up, see if he can take it from the corner.
Duncan on the follow.
And again, it all started with the pick and roll. They forced rotation. Finley's overmatched on the second shot attempt, and Duncan converted.
16 now for Duncan after the slow start. Van Exel is firing it up, able to get to the rebound. Rose is on it. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter.
They go with a steady diet of pick and rolls until Dallas solves the problem.
Shot clock to 6. Jackson. Steven Jackson has been a major factor in this third quarter. He has 9 points for the game. All have come here in the third. Finley had it deflected. Finley thought he was fouled. It will be Dallas ball with 15 on the 24.
Jeff, Dallas has changed up their pick and roll defense on that 1-5 Parker Duncan pick and roll. They are trapping it and already sending the next guy across early on the rotation to meet Duncan. That's why the weak side of the floor and the middle of the lane are what's wide open right now.
And the problem with that is the rotation is a small man because they're playing 4 small.
Finley for 3. Mavericks now 10 of 23 from beyond that 3-point line. San Antonio with the ball, up by 5 with final seconds of the third. Down to 3, down to 2, Parker. Ginobili with a sensational tip. Manu Ginobili. Right on track with that missed shot and chips it home.
You must maintain your block out at the last
second, Ginobili, it looks like it was Van Exel that might have been the blockout guy that was supposed to have him. Ginobili just doesn't give up on it, controls it, and puts it back in.
And things have turned for the Spurs here in the third, led by Duncan, who now has 16 points, 16 rebounds.
Tradition.
A look on the other guy's face. To be my own Manning.
Being a woman.
Because last year, I couldn't.
Millions of little girls.
Every athlete is fueled by something.
Introducing Intel Centrino mobile technology. The new wireless laptop technology designed to help you untangle, unburden, and unwire your life.
The original The Fast and the Furious is coming on an all-new tricked-out DVD. Welcome, loaded with all-new action. And inside every DVD is a free ticket from Mitsubishi Motors to see Too Fast, Too Furious. Buy the all-new tricked-out DVD June 3rd.
It's there at your fingertips. Armor All Protectant Wipes. They don't just clean and shine. They protect with just a wipe.
I got CJ. Ran by 2.
General Manager has a message for you.
Trust in me and I will never let you down.
But can Stone Cold keep control with all the bad blood in the locker room?
Somebody try to run over Goldberg! That's you driving the car.
Wasn't my idea.
Who put you up to it? It was Jericho.
I admit it. But next week on Raw, I'm going to run Goldberg down face to face.
What does Jericho have planned for Goldberg? WWE Raw, live this Monday.
We are coming up on 10 o'clock here in Dallas, Texas. San Antonio with a 17-4 run in command of the third quarter. They now lead by 7. Here's a look at tonight's Clemenceau lessons in footwork.
With time about to expire in the quarter, you'll see Manu Ginobili trying to be blocked out by Van Exel. Van Exel breaks his concentration. Ginobili with the fancy footwork to tip it back in just before the buzzer goes off.
And that concluded a 30-18 advantage in the third quarter for San Antonio.
And just before 11 p.m. Eastern, I might add.
True. Mark, you love the time check.
I love the time check.
Dallas over the last 6.5 minutes, 1 of 10 from the field, 3 turnovers, and that 17-4 run. You're going to miss those time checks next season, Jeff.
I may not.
Here's Jackson putting the move on Nahara. Steven Jackson with a strong second half.
Sometimes when teams switch, teams try to post up the mismatch instead of drive versus the bigger defender. There, that time, Jackson did a great thing, taking it to the rim.
And the Mavericks have gone cold. They They are now 1 for their last 11. Let's check in with Cheryl.
Thanks a lot, Marvel. Out of that last time out, Coach Nelson was emphasizing in the huddle. Come on, guys, we've got to push the ball. And number 2, we've got to rebound. We need to keep the Spurs off the offensive glass. But more importantly, guys, where is the intensity? We need to bring it in the fourth.
Marshall, a minute gone by in this fourth quarter. Jackson with the step on Mahara and hits again. Steven Jackson, who has been bothered by flu symptoms the last couple of games. Sat out practice yesterday, took part of the shoot-around today. Van Exel is off, 1 for the last 12 now. And that is deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Duncan. It will be Dallas in possession.
Remember what Nick Van Exel said at halftime? Dallas was shooting 48% from the floor. They're now down to 42%. And that's what San Antonio's defense does to teams. The size they have, the shot blocking they have, the pressure they put on you, eventually it takes its toll. And for Dallas, they're using up so much energy. We had said early on, these teams looked like they were tiring.
Adrian Griffin back on the floor, able to get to that offensive board. Griffin, Finley, Mahara, LaFrance, and Nash. Nash's shot deflected. Ginobili. LaFrance knocked it aside and deflected out by the Mavericks.
Shut up, Ginobili! At the one end, Dallas felt they were fouled. At this end of the floor, the feeling from the Spurs bench is that LaFrance had fouled Ginobili on the right wrist as he drove to the basket.
Jackson will throw it in. Duncan Rose and Ginobili up front. Jackson and Parker at the guards. Here's the double on Duncan. Jackson with the rainbow. Rebounded by Griffin. Here's Nash to the fade. Well, they were 1 of their previous 14. Steve Nash cuts it to a 9-point deficit.
What a tough shot that was by Nash. And that deep in the lane, the pullback fade away and splash it over Tony Parker.
The play by Mahara. Here comes Nash, putting a move on Parker. And that's a goaltend. So the basketball count, the San Antonio lead is down to 7. Nash now has 20 points. And you can see Steve Nash hobbling back to the other end.
Keep in mind how many times this year San Antonio has had leads disappear in the fourth quarter down the stretch.
Foul on Mahara. Dallas, on the other hand, has been an excellent come-from-behind team. However, they have had Dirk Nowitzki in the lineup for those comebacks. San Antonio with big trouble holding on to leads in the postseason. Had trouble during the regular season. They close double-digit leads. 6 playoff games, losing 4 of the 6. Most memorable Game 5 against the Lakers, led by as many as 25, held on for the win as Robert Horry, potential 3-point winner, went in and out.
And that's one of the reasons right there why they've lost some leads, because they are a 4 free throw shooting team.
Finley draws the foul. And the foul. That's 3 on Ginobili as Finley heads to the line.
Well, suddenly the energy has picked back up again, just like the coach asked you to do. Finley takes it down, draws contact, concentration still there as he knocks down the jump shot. Now we'll go to the line, try and complete the three-point play.
Finley at 86% free throw shooter.
And Mark, the Mavericks were on the verge of being blown out. They made a response. They switched to some warm zone, and now they're within striking distance. They've got to hang close until the final 3 minutes.
Parker with the roll. LaFrance had it batted away. San Antonio with the new 24. Good hustle by Ginobili. San Antonio up by 5. Oh, Ginobili took his eye off that pass. The ball back to Dallas, but the Spurs will talk it over. A 7-1 run by the Mavericks with 8:47 remaining in this fourth quarter.
We just stole $35 million worth of gold.
He betrayed his friends.
What are you doing? I have 2 plans of my own.
This Friday, it's time for payback.
You ready?
Mark Wahlberg, Charlize Theron, Edward Norton.
Only the element of surprise.
The Italian Job, rated PG-13, starts Friday. From TNT.
If nature selects you to be a cold-blooded killer, then that is what you are.
Alec Baldwin.
What did they tell you?
Second Nature. See the world premiere Sunday, June 22nd at 8, only on TNT.
They work for the biggest names in racing. They build the world's fastest race cars. But can they handle the junkyard?
Gentlemen, stop! Law engines!
Junkyard Mega Awards brings together 3 teams of engineers from the 3 major racing leagues in the ultimate junkyard challenge. Build a red-hot race car from trash in just 10 hours. Who will win the Speedway Showdown? Tonight at 9, only on TLC. Bring it on!
A message from the law offices of James Sokolov on mesothelioma. Mesothelioma is a rare, malignant type of cancer in the lungs, usually associated with exposure to asbestos. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call the law offices of James Sokolov at 1-800-518-3653. 1-800-518-3653. 1-800-518-3653.
Mavericks trying to get on the Spurs, who had a 21-4 run for an 11-point lead. Dallas coming back with a 7-1 advantage. On hand here tonight, Dallas Cowboy owner Jerry Jones, his basketball advisor and head coach of the Cowboys, Bill Parcells, Hall of Famer Bill Russell. And never know who else might be in this capacity crowd.
Oh, the kids just love me, don't they? Oh, don't put that face in front of that cute baby, please. You must have broken out a new one because the old bleached one got sent home today.
That's right. I gave it to my girlfriend, Maddie.
Right.
Maddie took it home.
She loves her Uncle Mikey.
And his young married friend, Gundy, she wrote me a goodbye note today. Found it under my door this morning.
He relates to the kids, doesn't he?
Yes.
Steve Nash from downtown. It's a 2-point game, and how things have turned in this fourth quarter. Dallas has hit its last 4 shots since the 1-for-14 drought. Nash, 5 of 6 from beyond the 3-point line. Parker for the crossover. Here's Bowen. Yes, Bruce Bowen from downtown. So Bowen finally finds the ring. That is his first 3. Nash rejected by Rose on a 3-point attempt. And the foul on Dallas. Malik Rose gambling coming out to look to block the 3, and then he was fouled by Nash.
The defense was pretty good overall by Dallas. They picked it back out, and then a tough shot that time by Bruce Bowen as he makes it big-time shot with the clock running down.
In fact, for Bowen, his first field goal of the night. Delay of game called on the Mavericks. A second delay means a technical foul. Nick Van Exel over at the scorer's table looking to check in. They double up on Duncan. Now single coverage, and Duncan able to score over LeBron.
Beautiful offense against the zone. To Duncan, double team, threw it out, and then reposted and gave him an easy one-on-one opportunity.
San Antonio by 7. Nash played on a switch by Duncan, and then Nash's pass stolen by Bowen. Here's Ginobili ahead of the field. Manu Ginobili on the break. So the Spurs lead 89-80.
Nice catch by Ginobili. He looked like a defensive back that suddenly was turned around by a receiver's move. He was able to hit his balance, make the catch, and finish.
Great hands on the part of Ginobili. Here's Fridley. 23 points for Fridley and a 7-point San Antonio advantage.
Fridley has been great throughout this series. He's understated just like Duncan is, but consistently plays very, very well.
Collapse on Duncan gets it to Parker. And a loose ball foul. It's on Rose. That sent Griffin to the floor.
Loose ball.
Only the second team foul on San Antonio. Second on Rose. Now Van Exel able to check in. Finley will get a rest. Van Exel and Nash in the backcourt. LaFrentz, Nahara, and Griffin up front. There's Griffin. Foul called on Ginobili. Ginobili trying to draw the charge on Adrian Griffin in his 4th year out of Seton Hall. He's recovered from off-season back surgery. Was not drafted by an NBA team. Played in the CBA and then Italy. Miami took a look at him. Then he signed as a free agent with Boston and spent a couple of years with the Celtics. Van Exel. And another rebound for Tim Duncan. That is number 18. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the 4th. Spurs by 7. Looking to go up 3 games to 1 in this best of 7. A defensive 3-second violation. So a technical foul awarded. And Parker will shoot the team. Parker 6 of 7 at the line.
Eduardo Nahara giving up probably 4 or 5 inches to Tim Duncan. First he starts on the top side, tries to work his way around into a front position. Very physical, a lot of contact, always trying to maintain a feel on touch to know where Duncan is.
Steven Jackson is back, coming on for Manu Ginobili. Shot clock to 7. Parker eluding Nash. And LaFrentz rebound. Dallas trailing by 7. Nash able to retrieve. Nahara with a good catch and drew the foul. It was fortunate because he was out of control.
I'm not sure that Nash's pass wasn't supposed to go to Nick Van Exel, who was spotting up behind the three-point line at the other end. Nahara just happened to get in the way.
Foul on Duncan. That is his 3rd, and a timeout taken.
In 1991, 6 men set off on a collision course with history. George Clooney.
This is the moment of truth.
Mark Wahlberg. The Perfect Storm. Next Sunday night at 8 on TNT.
It takes more than an individual to win a championship. It takes a team. Everyone working together, playing defense, leaving their egos at the door. It's old school basketball. And those who know its secrets will show what it takes to become a champion. The Finals are coming. Game 1, June 4th at 8 p.m. on ABC.
And you, Wyatt, how'd you make your first billion?
Oil and cattle. Let's call it offshore banking.
Ha! And you, Jones, we're all curious. How'd you make your first billion?
Me? Oh, Pepsi.
You invented Pepsi?
Oh, no, I just drank one.
Want your first billion? Enter Pepsi's Play for a Billion sweepstakes. 1,000 winners compete for a guaranteed million on live TV. And one may even win 1 billion.
You guys got a foosball table?
Check specially marked Pepsi products.
When it comes over me, and I totally lose control. I like it.
All the rage. All the power. Unleash the fury. Hulk, the game. Available May 30th. Rated T for teen. It's the DVD event of the summer. Die Another Day. The 2-disc special edition DVD. Own it June 3rd.
Thanks for letting me bring Phoebe.
Oh, anything for you, baby. I'd give you the moon. The stars. And the ultimate love potion. Ice cold Bud Light.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Don't worry, I got him.
Here are tonight's Bud Light headlines. First of all, last night, the New Jersey Nets made it a 4-game sweep over the Detroit Pistons. So for the second straight season, they are on to the NBA Finals. Nets have now won 10 straight playoff games. Rudy Tomjanovich, recovering from cancer of the bladder, will no longer coach the Rockets. Takes another position in the Houston Rockets organization. Some familiar names being mentioned, people we've heard on these airwaves. And according to the Associated Press, 76ers coach Larry Brown is expected to announce if he will return or not to the Sixers. And that announcement is anticipated sometime during the week.
Well, with Rudy Tomjanovich leaving and Larry Brown making up his mind, and if he does leave, there's not been two finer examples of what coaching should be like in the NBA over the long haul than Rudy T and Larry Brown. Excellent teachers, excellent results. They've just been great for NBA coaches.
Eduardo Nahara converts on 2 free throws to bring the Mavericks within 5, just under 5.5 remaining. In the fourth quarter, this may well be the season on the line for the Dallas Mavericks, who are trying to do it without their all-star player, Dirk Nowitzki. Here's Parker. The French got a piece of it. Rose with the rebound, and they have a new shot clock.
And Dallas normally does not like to play zone without Bradley, but the zone is being effective right now on the first shot, but not the second shot.
Out of 6 on the 24. Duncan. And LeBron got a piece of that shot.
He shoots it so effortlessly when he turns towards the middle of the lane. He gets it up over the top of the defensive man, and then there's not even rim involved there as it goes down.
Finley, yes. 91, 86 San Antonio. 4.5 remaining in the fourth.
And what the zone is taking away effectively is Parker's pick and roll game.
Jeff, do we deal with the fouling of Bold intentionally again in this game?
Rose able to pull down a big rebound. Malik Rose gets another possession.
Particularly if it's close, I would not be surprised to see Don Nelson go to it.
Well, they tried it in game 3. It did not work because Bowen hit his shot. Jackson for 3. And a loose ball foul as LaFrance and Rose get involved. And we could have ejection. Joe DeRosa holding Rose away. We'll have to get another look at that. It might have been a swipe on the part of LaFrance.
I think Malik Rose feels it was an elbow you're blocked down from behind. Watch right at the end. You'll see his elbow swing in. Not yet, but right now at the end. That's the elbow that Rose reacts to. Rose is so hard to block off. He goes after every rebound. LeBron right there was doing what we would call a face guard blockout. Then their arms got tangled up. Whether it was inadvertent elbows or not, the elbow was broken. Jeff, for the people that may not understand, the face guard blockout is when you just face guard your man. Don't look at where the ball's going, because people are too quick. They move without the ball. You can't get a good body on him. You face him up, somebody else gets the rebound.
Double technicals on LaFrance, and Rose and a personal foul on LaFrance, his fifth. Rose comes up short. 3.5 remaining in the fourth. Dallas with the ball down by 5. LaFrance for 3. Yes! LaFrance from downtown. It's a 2-point San Antonio lead. They're on their feet here in Dallas. We talked just moments ago about the Spurs having difficulty holding on to lead. They led by as many as 11. Rose off a beautiful pass from Jackson.
They stayed perimeter against the zone the entire time. That dribble penetration and the quick pass underneath led to the score.
A 9-2 Dallas run. LaFrance again for 3, way off, and the rebound handled by Boyd. We're down to 2.5 remaining in the fourth, and Greg Popovich takes a timeout.
Dribble penetration, splits the zone from the outside. Jackson with the look-away pass. Rose found the spot, and the finish.
This chick's rocking your bro on the dance floor, but she's towing an anchor, a junior investment banker who's talking about herself and not much more. Oh, oh. So buy her a beer, it's the reason you're here. Mighty wingman, you're taking one for the team, so your buddy can live the dream. Wingman.
When I totally lose control, I like it.
This month, catch the most intense martial arts event, K1 Battle of the Beast. 8 men enter, 1 man survives. Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View presents K1 Enter the Beast. K1's top North American fighter, Michael McDonald, legendary 6-time world champion Rick Rufus, and Kung Fu superstar Kung Lee. Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View, K1 Enter the Beast. Witness the greatest knockouts in the ring and the toughest fighters in the world, Rick Rufus, Michael McDonald, and Kung Lee. It's K1 Enter the Beast on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View.
Showtime Hollywood Hits. I'm applying to Stanford. I didn't get in.
You said in the wrong transcript?
They can get into college and check me out.
If I talk with the dean of admissions, he's got to let me in.
You stay here. I'll be back in 15 minutes with the dean's address.
Hey, cutie.
Orange County, this month only on Showtime. Part of Showtime Unlimited. Add it for $12 or less per month. Call 1-800-DIRECTV to order now.
We have a warrant to search your home.
TNT summons you to over 12 hours of Law and Order. The drama of justice starts Memorial Day tomorrow at 10 a.m. Followed by the TNT premiere of Boomtown at 10 p.m.
Only on TNT.
Hey, all right, what? I hit him. He hit the leak. After him. Yeah, he turned around and looked at him, didn't he? No, he reacted to him. I thought LaFrance did take a swipe at would have been ejection with a punching foul. And watch this.
Look at it, right corner, right here in the low bottom. That is David Robinson, who was on the bench that eventually took a step or two out on the floor and then was restrained by his assistant coach. Again, you'll see Robinson right there, standing up. Now watch. Stops himself short. Coaches bring him back.
And Marv, by rule, that may well be a suspension. I had that happen to me with Patrick Ewing in 1997. A couple steps on the floor and a suspension. It should not be a suspension. The league needs to use common sense. David Robinson, as Duncan was out, was doing nothing to exasperate that situation or a word somewhat like that. He didn't have anything to do with that. Should not be suspension. I'm still fired up from 1997. Took a series away from us.
Just throw out any word at all.
It's a word like that. I just can't say it under pressure. I'm sorry.
I think, again, the Czar has you so thoroughly confused here at the desk. I see papers and pens flying everywhere. Rachel Friends has just fouled out. A moment ago hit a clutch three. Sits down with 7 points, 6 rebounds in his 31 minutes. Tim Duncan back to the line. He's 4 for 5. At the line. It's been a very solid ball game for Duncan. Did not force the issue when he was being double teamed. He has 20 points, 18 rebounds, 7 assists. He has had his ups and downs at the free throw line. In fact, San Antonio 1 of 4 from the line in this fourth quarter after going 18 of 20 through 3. It's a 4-point Spurs lead. And Duncan hits 1 of 2. 2:20 remaining in the fourth. Well, Williams is back replacing Rafe LeBron. Nash, Kahara, Van Exel with the step, nowhere to go. Top clock down to 7, and Williams trying to get too tricky and lost it to Ginobili.
Van Exel with the old Celtic weave on the outside, the 3-man weave. They just did a little bit too much ball handling sideways rather than attack the basket.
Under 2 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Shot clock to 3. Rose looking for the angle. A powerful move on the part of Malik Rose against Eduardo Nahara. 7-point San Antonio advantage. They need shots in a hurry. Van Exel. Rebound Van Exel. And Duncan is on it.
The size of Tim Duncan made Van Exel rush that second shot opportunity. It was a wide open, clear look at the basket for a layup, but he rushed it, shot it too hard.
Both teams with 2 full timeouts and a 20. Offensive foul on Parker. Both teams with 4 team fouls, so the next would put them into the penalty.
Watch the left arm of Tony Parker right there. He wraps it around, catches Nash. That's where it's called. Yeah, well, Cuban likes it. He said, yeah, definitely wrap around.
A timeout with 1:06 remaining in the fourth. Spurs by 7.
Fly Southwest Airlines with everyday fun fares as low as $49 each way. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
No matter where you are, with Sprint wireless phones from Radio Shack, you can take and send pictures instantly. Not that I'm going Hollywood or anything. So come to Radio Shack, your wireless phone headquarters.
Isn't that...
Get PCS Vision Picture Phone with Picture Mail that talks from Sprint. Take and send pictures with a recorded message, just $99.99.
It was him.
It was him.
Not that I'm going Hollywood or anything.
Radio Shack.
San Antonio looking to move in front 3-1 in this series with game number 5 coming up Tuesday in San Antonio, exclusively here on TNT. Coverage starting 9 o'clock Eastern time if necessary. Game 6 will be back here in Dallas on Thursday, with coverage also starting at 9 o'clock. There's the chairman and CEO of the San Antonio Spurs, Peter Holt. What a season it has been for San Antonio, 60-22. Tied with Dallas for best record in the league, but the Spurs with the home advantage in this series by virtue of the second tiebreaker best record in the conference.
You know, very interesting, Marv. You have two teams that have had unbelievable seasons, outstanding records. Both have owners who have more than gone over the edge and making a commitment to the team as far as signing players, spending money, giving them the best possible facility.
Wembley getting that shot up. Dallas will look to fire away. San Antonio in no hurry. They'll just try to hold on to the ball. And foul puts Dallas over the limit, but they'll have to start fouling. Here's Parker. He's stopped by Williams. Nash with the spin. Oh, beautiful move by Steve Nash. 96-91 with 35 seconds to go. And now Jackson is fouled by Van Exel. So Jackson heads to the line.
You'll see now Nash makes his pullback, spin dribble, and keeps it down low, knowing that Duncan's coming to get it. He just tries to get it up on the glass quickly so Tim can't block it.
Steven Jackson, a 76% free throw shooter, will go to the line for the first time. And Bernie Pryor over at the scorer's table. Check the clock.
Nice by the home team. We're having a little technical difficulties. Make Steven Jackson think about it a little bit.
San Antonio 20 of 25 from the line. Down to 35 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Ray Popovich makes a substitution. He brings in his defensive stopper, Bruce Bowen, goes small and takes the lead throws out of the game. Now, with the concern, Jeff, that if they get the ball back again, they're going to foul Bowen immediately.
Absolutely. But they'll probably try to take the timeout on the rebound.
There is the timeout called by Dallas. So they are down to a 20-second timeout remaining. Well, apparently now they decided to take the 20. So they have one timeout. It's a full timeout left.
And to go back to Mike's point, if San Antonio gets a stop and Bowen's not rebounded, remember, Dallas cannot foul Bowen intentionally and make him shoot free throws under 2 minutes. If Bowen does rebound it, probably a call a timeout to try to beat the foul, but if they've gotten a stop, it really doesn't matter.
Not going to foul him away from the ball because, like you said, it's shot in possession. But if he happens to get the rebound, that's the guy that they would want, and they're going to foul him. It'll be a race, whether he can call timeout first or they foul him first.
And I think right here, Dallas needs to think 3. They need a 3. They need to get it back to 4 right here.
Average 12 of 23 from downtown. Mavericks got off to that emotional burst at the start. They played without Dirk Nowitzki. They had the lead for a good portion of the night. There's Williams for 3. Tipped out to Van Exel. Now Finley from way downtown. And will be Dallas in possession with 19.3 remaining.
Sometimes a very difficult 3 to defend is the one that comes off the offensive rebound.
Williams will throw in. Watched by Jackson. And Exel. Duncan let him go. Did not want to set up a potential three-point play. And a timeout called by San Antonio with 16.2 to go and a 5-point game.
Jeff, you mentioned that missed three-point attempt is the scariest because that's when people are scrambling after the ball. It bounces long or they get it, kick it right back out. There's no defender.
The Home Depot is more than a store.
It's a whole new look for your home in one 3-day weekend. Right now, during our Memorial Day weekend event at Home Depot and Expo Design Center, get no payments and no interest for 12 months on all kitchen, bath, and appliance purchases of $299 or more. Just use your consumer credit card. You have a long weekend. We have the expert advice and the guaranteed low price to make do-it-yourself projects more doable than ever. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
The Wagner Quick Touch Power Roller. A whole new way to paint. One touch lets you control the paint. The exclusive smooth flow system makes painting neat, quick, easy. The amazing Wagner Quick Touch for professional results fast. The Wagner Quick Touch Power Roller, a faster way to paint.
Coming up next here on TNT, Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai with Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Magic. A long night for the guys, as this game got off to a delayed start, 25 minutes worth, because the arena had to be evacuated at about 13 minutes past 7 o'clock. A small fire breaking out of the kitchen, leading to a water burst on one of the upper levels, set off the alarm. And so everyone, including our studio staff, clear out of the building. Lazar was several blocks away before we could finally locate him.
I know he had a night off for a second. And the inbound pass here is critical. San Antonio's inserted Steve Kerr to make that pass.
Steve Kerr playing for the first time tonight, gets it in. And now the foul is given. Roger Bell call for the foul. And Steve Kerr, who is an excellent free throw shooter, but has not seen any action tonight, will go to the line 88% during the regular season.
Tough spot to be in. They bring you in with 16 seconds remaining and say, go make 2 big free throws for us.
Over the years, one of the best from three-point range and from the foul line. I remember Charles Barkley was once asked who he would like to see take a last-second shot on his team. He didn't say Michael Jordan. He said Steve Kerr.
Well, he is a handsome guy, isn't he?
Okay. So Kerr hits on both. And a timeout taken by the Mavs. It is their final timeout.
I might agree with the spot-up shot, but let them get one shot. It's got to be Michael Jordan. Charles, you're no GM in the making.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
We can't take him to the coast with us. You mind?
The coast, huh?
This is where we're gonna be. There's his acupuncturist.
Hey, I've never taken care of a weasel before.
It's a ferret.
If you guys have to do duties, just let me know. Have a great time. See ya.
Why wait? Fly Southwest Airlines with everyday fun fares as low as $49 each way. So get packing.
Hey, you are now free to move about the country.
You ready for this? I was made for this. On June 6th. Let's see what this thing can do. It's not what you drive. We settle this on the blacktop. It's how you live. I got a problem with authority. Too Fast, Too Furious. Rated PG-13. Starts June 6th.
I look at the timeout rundown. Both clubs over the foul limit. San Antonio up by 7. We take a full vote on this, or is this just the production staff? Tony Parker had a nice game, but 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter. He is tonight's Gatorade peak performer, but I believe that Tim Duncan might get the edge here at the table.
This was the comeback peak performer. After you start out
poorly, when you come back this way, then you get it. That's the way Tony Parker
But
is.
he's 0 for 6 in the fourth. When was this vote taken? At the end of 3? Just give the thing to Tim Duncan every time San Antonio plays.
All right, here's Roger Bell. It counts, and the foul. Bad foul by the Spurs. Greg Popovich takes a long ball. He's upset. With 10.7 to go, it's a 5-point game.
Bell really leans into Duncan there to initiate the contact. A little bit of a push with the forearm by Duncan. That's where the foul is called.
And now that free throw shooting specialist Steve Kerr checks back in. Roger Bell will go to the line.
And Mark, right here, Steven Jackson has rarely been the inside player to block out. He's got to block out.
Bell only a 68% free throw shooter and was off the mark. And the foul is called. 9.6 to go. Walt Williams collecting his fourth.
No timeouts remaining for the Dallas Mavericks. And a full and a 20-second remaining for San Antonio.
Czar, you were doubting me on my quoting Charles Barkley regarding Steve Kerr as a guy he would like to take the shot. It's been confirmed from the booth.
Well, there are a number of things that you have said along the way that
I can't understand why you would doubt.
Just say you're wrong.
I haven't heard Charles. I'll talk to Charles later.
It's been confirmed. Word from upstairs.
You told me. I trust you, right? Come on.
101-95. San Antonio, the Spurs on their way to taking a 3-1 lead in this best of 7, taking it back to San Antonio for game number 5 on Tuesday. Here's Bell. Duncan got a piece of it, and that will do it. A valiant effort by the Mavericks playing without their all-star, Dirk Nowitzki. And the Mavs at one point led by as many as 9. At halftime, they led 52-47. But going with only 9 players, San Antonio was able to take control of the second half and defeat the undermanned Dallas Mavericks 102-95. Let's go to Craig with Tony Parker.
Well, obviously Tim Duncan dominated the game in rebounding, assists, and all the attention. Coach Popovich said somebody has to score. You led the team in scoring. First of all, pulled from the court with 2 minutes 47 seconds to go. What was going through your mind when Coach said, hey, Tony, sit down?
You know, Pop, you know, he's always tough with me, you know, and he's always going to do some stuff kind of weird, you know, but, you know, I'm strong mentally, you know, and he's always screaming at me, but I'm always going to come back, you know, and play hard, you know, and that's what he wants.
Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Fratello, they were talking about how will Tony Parker respond. What did you really think about when he took you out?
I was mad, but I said I can't let that, you know, get me in my head, you know. I knew he gonna come with me, you know, 3 minutes after, you know, and I want to play hard, you know, I want to win, you know. Our ultimate goal is to go to the championship, so I can't let that affect me.
2 nights ago, you turned the game around in the third quarter. Again tonight. What goes through your mind in the third quarter?
Nothing special, you know. They double Timmy, you know. Timmy is so dominant, you know, inside. You know, I got a lot of wide open shots, you know, and I feel I can penetrate against Nash and Van Nixon, and my shot was on tonight, so it was pretty good.
Great game. Congratulations on staying.
Hey, no, les petits woulous, petite famille, salut!
I hope that was good.
Lazar will interpret at a later date. What is most impressive about San Antonio tonight, they hit their last 7 free throws in crunch time. They've had big problems at the line, particularly in the fourth quarter, and they shoot 26 of 31 from the line. Tim Duncan, 21 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 block shots. Tony Parker at 25. Manu Ginobili, also a major factor, 21 points. Steven Jackson with 17 all in the second half. Dallas led by Michael Finley with 25. Steve Nash at 25. 5 from downtown, and Nick Van Exel with 22. Thanks to our producer, Scooter Bertino, our director, Renardo Lowe, and our statistician, Brian Taylor. Coming up next, Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. So for the Czar, Mike Fratello, Jeff Van Gundy, Craig Sager, and Cheryl Miller, this is Marv Albert saying goodnight from the American Airlines Center. Jeff, once again, as you point out, NASCAR's Race for the Championship returns July 3rd on TNT. We'll take a short break, and then it's on to Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Magic for Inside the NBA. Good night, everyone.
The first major advance for the fastest treatment of athlete's foot is Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT is the first non-prescription medicine proven to kill the fungus with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. Lotrimin AF and Tenac still expect you to treat for 4 weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week keeps you athlete's foot free 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Oops, Howie, you know how dads like you give. And give. And give.
Well, at Radio Shack, we believe it's about time dads receive. So send Dad to the movies with this Progressive Scan DVD player, just $48 after mail-in rebate. Or put him in the picture with a Casio digital camera, only $399.99, and get an accessory kit free after $19.99 mail-in rebate. Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers.
A memorable moment from 10-10-220.
Hey, that $1? I'm going in after it. Oh, I got it.
Just a reminder, for cheap calls, dial 10-10-220. A memorable moment from 10-10-220.
No way. Yes way. No way. I hate to be that guy.
Just a reminder, for cheap calls, dial 10-10-220.
TNT Mondays. TV Guide calls it the best news show on television, and riveting. Television's best new series is now on TNT. Boomtown premieres tomorrow night at 10, only on TNT.
TNT's exclusive coverage of the NBA Western Conference Finals, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. More than 2,700 non-stop daily flights to 59 destinations. Lamisil AT, the official athlete's foot treatment of the NBA. MCI, bringing voice and data solutions together on one global network. And Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, cold, down, easy.
Well, they're leaving American Airlines Center, and Maverick fans may have seen the last of their heroes for this season.
Don Meredith's still here. He still lives in Texas.
I would imagine.
Well, maybe we can get him down.
He lives in New Mexico now. We're told you're not going to sing Turn Out the Lights, are you?
Oh, it's over.
It is actually 3-1 in favor of the San Antonio Spurs. Game 5 will be Tuesday night in San Antonio, with the Spurs looking to close things out. Welcome to Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, Ernie Johnson. Well, Dallas gave it a run, short-manned as they were. 9 guys, no Nowitzki. They said, you know, you got to get Van Exel and Finley and Nash all going. They combined for, 72 points, but nobody else could help them.
No, they played hard. They played their game.
Both teams play hard.
Yeah, no question about it. But when you got 9 guys, you got to give them credit for coming out, playing hard, not giving up, not feeling sorry for themselves. But we've all been talking about this. The Dallas Mavericks team is a regular season team. They cannot make a serious run for the championship until they get some inside players and get a little better on defense. San Antonio watched New Jersey play yesterday. They said, you know what? We have got to close these guys out because we don't want them getting more rest than us. And I thought that was a good point.
San Antonio's Greg Popovich, by the way. We'll get back to you, Magic and Charles and Kenny. Greg Popovich, with his post-game comments, his Spurs on top now 3-1.
60 games and why they're a heck of an opponent. We had to do everything we could to just stay in the basketball game, and then we got to a period where we finally made, some stops. In that fourth quarter, we made a series of stops that got the game for us. But other than that period, where we did pretty well defensively, I thought that Dallas was fantastic and did everything they could do to win the basketball game. We're really fortunate to get this one.
You obviously talked about that they would be scrambling and stuff, but was it just the energy of the crowd and the way the guys played? It was hard to get in.
No, it's who those guys are. I mean, you know, you have to look at each one of them individually, and they all have big-time heart, big-time character. They're not going to give in to anything, and they're going to pick it up when they need to. I mean, that's totally expected. I mean, I would have been shocked if it was anything but that. That's what they're made of.
Greg Popovich's Spurs get another 20-20 night out of Tim Duncan. 21 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 blocks. But a couple of your guys, Manu Ginobili and...
Manu Ginobili! He was awesome tonight. He was awesome. This is really the first game he's played great since the Lakers series. And Malik Rose. Those are two guys I said before game one. They can't stop him. They got no physical presence to keep Malik off the board. He was unbelievable. He got 2 huge offensive rebounds, but his energy level is unbelievable. But Ginobili, he might have been nervous his first couple of games, but now he's really starting to play well. And those were the 2 keys to the game tonight.
Ginobili had 21 points in this series in the first 3 games. He matches that with 21 here in game 4 from all over the place in every different way, Magic.
Well, sometimes you have to, it takes you a couple games to find out where you're going to get your shots, how they're playing you. And I thought tonight he relaxed. He wasn't in a rush tonight. He took his time. He saw that they were giving him the three-point shot. He shot it with confidence. Then, once they came out to close him out, he took it to the basket.
I think the first thing is he got in foul trouble, him and Malik in game 1. That took him totally out of rhythm. The next game, neither one of them were nearly as aggressive. Because when you get in foul trouble right away, your mindset the next game is, I can't help my team sitting on the bench. They both came out and were not aggressive, but ever since then, they've been rolling.
You're letting the show come to you today?
Yeah, I've been really quiet because I've been absorbing what both of these guys have said. And one thing that Magic was saying, I was like, about how this team, the Mavericks, aren't making a championship run. And people will say, you know, they're in the Western Conference Finals. What do you mean they're not making a championship run? But if you look at the teams they play Portland, a team that's really in disarray, and they go 7 games with them. Then you play Sacramento. They lose Chris Webber early in the series, and you go 7 games with them. So, in all honesty, you would think that those series that they've already won wouldn't gain you respect because no one can believe that you beat teams that you should have beaten. So, and they take you to 7 games. So, the first time you get an opportunity to play a real serious basketball team, even when Dirk Nowitzki was there, you didn't look good.
And the point Kenny is making is, you're up 3-zip on Portland. You can't let it go 7.
Right.
And then Chris Webber, Sacramento's best players, gets hurt in game 2, and it still goes 7. And then Michael Finley, Irvin said it best. They want respect. You take respect that's not given to you.
But now, go ahead,
I'm
man.
sorry, but Mark Cuban has done an excellent job of bringing this franchise up to where it is. The marketing, the bringing the fans back. They have unbelievable fans. I love this place for a basketball game. But don't get fooled by being in the Western Conference Finals. Because
you have to add a lot to it.
That's right. That's right.
You got to add to it.
That's right.
And this is their only free run at it.
That's right.
You know, I said the same thing about Kevin Garnett when I told him we first played him in like 1996. This is Dallas Mavericks' only run. From now on, if they don't do really well, they're going to be failures. This was a free run for them. They did get a free swing this year, but from now on, if they don't get to the finals, it's going to be a bad season for them.
San Antonio Spurs, meantime, a win away from advancing to the NBA Finals. We already know the Eastern Conference representative. That'll be the New Jersey Nets. We'll be back to talk about their amazing run to the NBA Finals after this.
I told you she had a boyfriend.
The Hyundai Tiburon, with America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you can be counted on, you win.
Spurs Rebel TI. Get into it.
Don't we need broccoli? I think I need a haircut.
Kids who can't wait to go on everyday errands?
How are we on gas?
Here's why. Bank One introduces Disney's Visa credit card. The new way to turn your everyday spending into magical Disney rewards. Disney's new Visa card.
You don't know what I had to do to get here.
Only from Bank One.
Miles out to sea.
A missing sword boat, the Andrea Gale.
And the only way home...
Drive right through it.
...is through a monster.
Be the perfect storm.
Andrea Gale, do you read me? These stories have collided.
See George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg from the network that knows drama. The Perfect Storm, next Sunday night at 8 on TNT. We know drama.
Inside the NBA, live at the Western Conference Finals, is brought to you by Hyundai and Southwest Airlines.
We welcome you back to Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, and it is our pleasure to welcome to the show. You want to say it one time?
Manu Ginobili!
There you go. I don't know if you've had the opportunity to actually hear that, Manu, but there it was. He's a little hoarse from a tough weekend, but you get the message nonetheless. Nice game, 21 points tonight, and you're a win away from the NBA Finals. How's that feel in your rookie season?
It's great, amazing. I mean, I'm living a dream. I can't believe what's going on here, having the chance of being 3-1 in the conference finals. So I'm enjoying it so much that you can't believe it.
Well, you know, Manu, you were great against the Lakers. You come out in this series in game one, you get in foul trouble, where you're not as aggressive the first couple of games, and then tonight was the first time you've been really aggressive.
Yeah, it was like that. I didn't feel comfortable in game three, you know, 2 fouls in the first minute. So I couldn't do what I used to. I mean, being aggressive, try to hustle, steals and all that. So I can let the game go. Today I try to focus a lot more, be more aggressive, trying to take some shots and let the game come to me. So I'm a lot more happy today, obviously, what happened to the game.
Hey, this is Magic. What do you think this means to your country with you playing in the NBA and playoffs and now getting ready to go to the finals? What do you think it means to also basketball in your country?
They are crazy, and I mean it. There are a whole bunch of people saying I wake too late, following the games, being big-time Spurs fans. So they look like they are playing too. I mean, I'm in contact with a lot of people, you know, by phone or by my website and all that, and they are feeling the NBA as it were the national team. So this is great. I mean, I think that with this, Argentinian basketball is going to step up a little bit more. More kids are going to play basketball, so it's a great thing. I mean, in the whole levels.
Manu, this is Kenny. One thing I noticed is, you know, when you played overseas, you obviously were a very focal point of your offense.
Mm-hmm.
And I see at times that you forget that, you know what, I might not supposed to be the focal point here, and you try to take over the game. Is that true?
Sometimes I miss that so much, man. You won't believe it. Sometimes I get kind of crazy for not getting the ball or going 10 times to an offense and just stay in the corner. That I get kind of sick. But I know what's my role in this team, so I try to hustle on defense, feed team, and if the ball comes to me with an open shot, I'm going to take it. But it's a big thing. That change is not easy to accept. So I'm doing my best to do it.
Hey, Manu, this game came out all right for you all, but it certainly didn't start that way, and you got off the bench much earlier than expected. What was Greg Popovich hot about early in this game?
Well, he saw that the starting players weren't that focused, so he wanted to try to change the pace of the game, give a little energy to change what was happening. You know, 2 threes for Dallas in the first minute is a great energy pump. So I think that that's what he tried to do. Likely we could hit some threes, keep the game almost tight. So then when the starters came back, we almost had the game.
How did this team's mindset differ with Dirk Nowitzki not available for them?
Well, he's an all-star, so it's a big advantage for us. But we don't think about it the whole time because they are so offensive-minded. They are such a great offensive players that even without him, they can score 110 points. So we just came right there and tried to do the same job as if he was there. I mean, Walt Williams can shoot threes too, playing 4. Whoever is there is going to shoot it. So we don't think about Nowitzki at all and try to do the same job as in Game 3.
When I played with Vlade, he came over from Yugoslavia. His favorite thing was a hamburger and a Coke because he couldn't get it over there. So what's your favorite food here in America?
Favorite food? I mean, the steaks. I'm crazy for meat, man. So I miss it so much from Argentina that I find some good ones here.
All right.
Manu Ginobili, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on the win here in Game 4. San Antonio 3-1 now over Dallas. Thanks, Manu.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Hey, you know, one thing that he mentioned, and Irvin mentioned it downstairs, Greg Popovich does not get enough credit. I think
Coach of the Year.
No, but I'm talking about, like, he's not considered a great coach. He had a great year. This guy's been terrific while he's been there. But I'm saying he made that subtle change in Game 2.
Mm-hmm.
We brought Rose in quickly, but he also did it tonight because Dallas started like gangbusters, and there was no way they were going to be able to sustain that MJ level because they had to give it all. They were really short-handed. He made those substitutions really quick. And you can see down the stretch, Dallas' tank was on empty.
Don Nelson was having to push buttons, too, with only 9 guys available. And we watch him live with his post-game comments.
You know, what it takes to win and to do all those, the little things. You know, he does all the little, of course, I don't want to give Pop all the credit. He did all the little things in college. He's really a superb draft choice as far as being a fundamental. And they used to call him Fundy or something, or maybe that was somebody else, but fundamentally sound, I guess that was Bushler, but he was as fundamentally sound as anybody I'd ever seen.
From more defensive standpoint, did you like how you defended him and just?
Oh, I thought we did a marvelous job of staying within our game plan and doing whatever we needed to do to try to win the game and to stay in the game. Yeah, I was very happy with the way we played.
Did they move him off the low block a little bit there in the fourth quarter, out in the wing to make it hard?
Yeah, they're in and out pass. Where normally the in and out pass would be to reestablish a better position. Well, their in and out pass, he actually moves out a little bit to get a little what we call the Michael Jordan angle on post-ups, which really stretches your double teams out. You know, it's a little farther from the paint, and so everything, his passing lanes are easier, and the double teams are harder. Your rotations have to go farther. You know, they do all those kinds of things that really tax your squad, and you know, if there is fatigue, it's not during the game, it's probably now because our little guys really had to run a lot. Anything else?
Deal for Dirk next game.
Would have liked to have heard that. But we will get word on that. We don't know exactly what the status is for Dirk Nowitzki yet for Game 5, but this is these are dire straits for the Dallas Mavericks.
San Antonio is just a better team. San Antonio's been the best team in the NBA all season. It's not like a fluke. They're supposed to beat the Mavericks because they're better. But if you just look at it, they're the best team in the NBA. I'm looking forward to them playing New Jersey.
And you know what? They cruise through the regular season, meaning like they dominate it, but they're not always on the highlight reels. They're not even our highlight reels. You don't see them all the time. But when you actually get to watch them every night for 7 games, 3 game, 5 game, 7 game series, you realize that they are the best team, and you realize that Tim Duncan is the MVP of the league. And what? Where you at? I think he might be the best player in basketball right now.
I actually think this is great for Shaquille.
That's right.
It's great for the NBA because we get all these button rivalries with Yao Ming and everybody. Because Irvin said it earlier, if Shaq does not get himself in shape, he's going to continue to get hurt. But Tim Duncan, it's unbelievable to watch him play.
And also, to Kenny's point, is this. They don't get the headlines because they don't play, they don't go up and dunk, they don't do the behind the back, but they are more effective than any of these teams, and they're more fun to watch because they play basketball the way basketball is supposed to be played. And they play as a team. They play great defense. They help out. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses, so they play to that. And, you know, they're just a good team. And the reason they don't get publicity because they don't have a flamboyant guy on their team.
Think of Tony Parker, who's really quick and all that. But if you could count on your fingers how many times he put the ball behind his back or between his legs tonight. He's kind of like a younger John Stockton used to be without the pick and roll.
Yes.
So he does the same kind of things.
But Tim Duncan sets the tone. He never, worry about how many points he scores.
Yes.
He lets the game come to him. If it's not going well for him on offense, he said, I'm just going to board and play defense. Because your star has to set the tone.
Let's go back downstairs, get the post-game thoughts of David Robinson.
I mean, like I said, Manu was the only guy who really had it going early on. But as the game wore on, I thought we did a great job. We ran some good pick and rolls. We did some good things to get some other guys involved. And, you know, it's great when you start making shots. I mean, Steve Jackson, second half, came alive and made some big shots for us. And that's the key. We got a lot of guys who can do it. And we just, you know, we got to get that good balance.
Late in the game, we had an incident where Manu Ginobili got tied up with Rafe LaFrance, and obviously there's double technicals called. Did you step on the court? What was your reaction? What were you doing? Where were you?
Well, no, I mean, I thought I was right there on the baseline. I just kind of stepped up and, you know, just interested in what's going on. I mean, what are you going to do out on the court? Man, nothing. So I think everybody pretty much knows, you know, when you go out on the court, you know, it's not a good thing. So I mean, I wasn't obviously trying to step on the court. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not up there watching the film or whatever. But I mean, I'm not running out there to, you know, get in the mix of things.
The replay showed that you stepped up, and yes, your foot maybe had crossed the line. Jeff Van Gundy referred to an incident back when he was coaching the Knicks against Miami. He said technically you did violate the rule. The assistant coaches came over and talked to you. He did not feel you were suspended. But did you notice that the coaches came over and told you to get you off the court?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They came up. I mean, they're obviously always concerned about that. I mean, that's their job, and they do a great job of that. But I mean, as long as I've been in the league, people know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to run out on the floor. I'm not, you know, not that crazy. But, you know, you get up and you're involved in the game. You're watching the plays. You're involved. So that, I mean, you know. Yeah.
The league said they wanted to talk to you about the incident. What would you say to them?
I talked to them about it. You know, I mean, I tell them. And I think they know me well enough to know, you know, that you know, I'm not a troublemaker. So we'll see. You know, if they want to talk about it, I'll be glad to talk to them about it. And, you know, I think it'd be kind of a little bit nitpicky to do something about that.
I'm sure they heard you now. Let's go back up to EJ.
Craig is a snitch. He's a snitch.
No,
man.
it was
with the circles.
That was done by the game, guys.
Him and Van Gundy, they are snitches, man.
Let me say this one thing. That's the worst rule in the NBA. Because I got suspended in that exact same situation. If you stand up and you break the plane, you are supposed to be suspended. It's a terrible rule. They both put that in so guys wouldn't come off the bench and get involved in fights. Technically, he probably should get suspended, but I think it would be a disgrace if they suspended him because it's just a bad rule.
And it's a natural reaction for you coming to the defense of your teammate. David Robinson is the nicest guy on the earth.
He's a lover. He's not a fighter.
He's not going to fight. And there was no real fight. Do you believe that Ray LaFrance wanted to fight Malik Rose? Are you kidding me? You see what Ray did? He bagged up. When the big man said, come on with it, he said, oh, no.
Is that a quote? No, that's just a bad rule.
Yeah, it is. We shouldn't even talk about that. That'd be crazy.
Let's hear what Tim Duncan has to say about the game. How about that? Let's go downstairs once again.
It's going to wear them out, and their shots will start getting short. I thought it did. I thought their legs kind of going in them a little bit. Defensively, we turned up the intensity towards the end there. Contested a bunch of shots. Steven blocked a shot down the stretch there. A couple things kind of happened. So we just kept playing. We kept playing all the way through, which was kind of great for us.
After they got it back close in the fourth, can you talk about how your team responded and executed in the stretch? And do you feel you're slowly getting better in that area?
Yeah, it's experience. So we haven't been great in that situation throughout the playoffs, but I think we're getting better and better. We have a very young team, and and we hadn't been together for that long, for that many years, and we don't know exactly what we're going to do coming down the stretch there. They go to zone a little bit, they double team a little bit. We got to find a way to be effective against that, and I thought we doing a better and better job in the past few games of finding ways to go to, making plays down the stretch, making shots, and putting the pressure right back on them.
How do you rep?
From the MVP, we go to the live post-game thoughts now in the locker room of Malik Rose.
Another guy, as opposed to, I mean, you know,
Rafe didn't grab me as hard as that other guy grabbed me or whatever, and you know, that's uncalled for.
Oh, you're talking about the ref now.
I'm not saying any names. I'm just saying Rafe didn't grab me as hard as someone else grabbed me out there. And, you know, maybe he's doing his job or whatever, but there's you can do things with tact, you know, and he didn't.
Malik, talk about getting the offensive rebounds down the stretch. When you guys, I mean, you guys seem to look like you wanted that ball game more at the end than they did. Or did you think they were just out of gas? Or, I mean, how can you describe it? You guys were out hustling there at the end.
They were probably a little out of gas. Those guys played unbelievably hard for a long, long period of time, and they played with spirit and heart and determination. You got to take your hat off to that type of energy and effort. I respect that. It was just, you know, we were a little deeper and we played a bigger rotation, and I think we wore them down.
But you knew, I mean, at that point in the ballgame, obviously you were crashing the boards harder than anybody else. I mean, that's...
Yeah, they only had about 2.5 big guys out there, and, you know, my man Rafe and Eddie Nah, they played hard and did all they could out there, but, you know, let alone me, they had to go against Timmy and David, and, you know, it got hard on them, and it just wore down a little bit, but they still kept playing.
Did you feel it was your game?
So Malik Rose obviously thinking Joe DeRosa had gone after him a little more aggressively than
You're lucky it wasn't Bob Delaney.
Yeah, but you know, the ref got to try to, he's a big guy. He might have used a little force, but that's not a big deal.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure they didn't get
That's kind of like David Robinson walking on the court. Didn't let it go.
Now, we cut Don Nelson off a little while ago when someone was asking, how about Dirk Nowitzki's status for Game 5? You want to hear that answer?
Yes,
no, not
Come
really.
on, Chuck. Yes, you do.
I do.
Thanks, Jet.
All right.
Here it is.
Well, I think Dirk has a chance to play in the next game. I want to look at him tomorrow in practice and talk to him and see how he's feeling, and then go from there. That's why I brought the guys in tomorrow. I could have very well given them a day off, and I know we need it, but we're going to come in around 2 o'clock, and I want to watch Dirk move and see what I think about if he'll be ready to play in Game 5.
He ain't got to worry about giving them time off. They're going to get some soon.
And when we come back on... That was Charles, by the way, and inside the NBA.
Oh, they know Charles.
Hi, Hyundai.
You don't have to see him to know him.
We still plan on talking about the East. Maybe.
No matter where you are, with Sprint wireless phones from Radio Shack, you can take and send pictures instantly. Not that I'm going Hollywood or anything. So come to Radio Shack, your wireless phone headquarters.
Get PCS Vision Picture Phone with Picture Mail that talks from Sprint. Take and send pictures with a recorded message, just $99.99.
It was him.
It was him.
Not that I'm going Hollywood or anything.
Radio Shack.
The first major advance for the fastest treatment of athlete's foot is Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT is the first non-prescription medicine proven to kill the fungus with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. Lotrimin AF and Tenaca still expect you to treat for 4 weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week keeps you athlete's foot free 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Now's the time to get something extra from DirecTV for free. It's the DirecTV free preview weekend of the Total Choice Plus package, beginning May 30th. Tune in to get a free look at great channels like Discovery Kids, Biography, Science Channel, and more. Over 15 additional channels in all. Don't miss the Total Choice Plus free preview weekend, May 30th through June 1st. Or upgrade to Total Choice Plus today for just a few dollars more than Total Choice, and get more choices all the time. For details, visit DirecTV.com.
Saturday and every Saturday, new hit movies premiere only on Stars. Premiering this month.
You don't have a kid, do you?
What is it to you anyway?
How did it go from 1 to 1 million in less than a year?
There's nothing magical about them. They're made of flesh and blood.
My twin brother was CIA. Give me towel.
Having fun, Mr. Hayes?
Premiering Saturday nights this month only on Starz. Starz is one of 12 distinct channels in the Starz Super Pack on DirecTV.
Even now I can feel it. Buried somewhere deep inside. Watching me. Waiting. But you know what scares me the most? When I can't fight it anymore. When it takes over. When I totally lose control. I like it.
It's the only pack.
Inside, presented by Hyundai. Dirk Nowitzki, DNP tonight. His thoughts on the series as
It's
they
pretty
head back to
fresh,
San
so
Antonio.
it was probably the best choice.
How did you feel? I saw you working out down to practice before. Did you get a sense that I can maybe go or?
Yeah, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't 100%. I mean, I tried to push off and, you know, try to do a couple things, but, you know, it would have been questionable for sure. And like I said, I would have tried to go, but, you know, and Nelly said it probably wouldn't be smart, and it wouldn't. You know, in a big game like that, with competition like that, it's only making sense if you're 100%. And if you're not, you're just going to hurt your team even more. And I think it was a good choice.
There's no way you can be 100% Tuesday. You can't be 100%. So, what percent do you think will be enough for you to be able to be effective?
Well, I want to be, you know, pain-free. I'm not going to go out there and have pain and worry about it in the back of my mind. So, you know, on Tuesday, we'll see how it feels. And, you know, if I push off the left leg or get off, got to go down and, you know, jump up with the left leg. I got to have confident in my leg that it's not going to buckle up again. And so I want to make sure that I got my strength and no pain. So, and if I still have pain, I'm not going to play.
And so there it is, right from Dirk Nowitzki's mouth. Game time decision on Tuesday in Game 5. Now, as in the Eastern Conference, the Nets completed that sweep of the Detroit Pistons. Just a couple of numbers to throw your way, because I know you enjoy this. It's 10 straight playoff wins for the Nets. Their last loss was April 26th at Milwaukee in overtime, which means when the NBA Finals start on June 4th, their last loss will have been 39 days ago. How about that?
That's so stupid.
Thank you very much. Let's hear more on that series with the playoff sound-off.
This doesn't happen too often. You know, you're going to go to the finals for two straight years, and you know we don't want to be a team that gets there a couple of times and then all of a sudden you're never heard from again. And we don't want to be. Obviously, we're not like Dan Marino when he went his rookie year in football and said, you know, he has 10, 11 years left in this league. I'll be back, and you never get back.
So we're going back. We're going back. You know, we're not just going this year. You know, we want to win it.
10 straight is great, and I think everybody will contest to that. That you know, having 10 straight wins in the playoffs is an unbelievable feat. But you know, our guys aren't satisfied right now. We want to win 4 more.
Well, it's still a long shot. You know, in the Western Conference is still going to be the favorite, and they should be. I mean, both teams, whoever it may be, Dallas or San Antonio, has the best record in the league, and they've proven that. And so, you know, we're going to have our work cut out, but, you know, we shouldn't stop here. We shouldn't feel like we, you know, succeeded. We got to move on and get ready for this next series. We got to stay hungry. You know, we have to think that we haven't really done anything. You know, we've defended our crown as the Eastern Conference champs, but there's a big crown out there, and only one team can wear it. So, you know, we want to do that too.
If
Don Nelson or Greg Popovich were to call you tonight for some advice on this team, what would you tell them?
Get back on defense.
There you go. Fast break points for New Jersey. 71-64 in round one against Milwaukee. 78-22 against the Celtics. 94-15 against Detroit. What would happen in a series against the Spurs? They were 1-1 in the regular season. Jason Kidd and Tony Parker. That would be one of the matchups center stage in this one. What would New Jersey be able to have the same kind of success against a defensive-minded team like San Antonio?
Oh, yeah, it would be a great series because both teams got big men who can score. They can play defense. They got two of the most exciting guards, point guards, in the game of basketball, so the game will be up and down. It will be one of the most entertaining series because it's like evenly matched. But right now, Byron Scott has to do the coaching job of his life just to keep that team mentally sharp, keep them in a rhythm, and not get in a rut, and also keep them from getting distractions because right now in 12 days, everybody and their mother's calling them for tickets and worrying them to death. And so Byron's going to have to do a great job. He's been there before having this many days as a player with the Lakers, but he's going to have to keep them razor sharp.
I think probably the best scenario for him would be to take them some way away to like a training camp because that's way too much time. And if you hang around your house, you're going to have distractions. But it's going to be a great series because you have arguably the best big man in the world. Again, Jason Kidd is the best in the world at making people better. And you know what? People think, I don't care who wins any of these games. I picked the Spurs to win the championship because they got the best team. But I'm going to be rooting for Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin. Like, I don't really normally care who wins, but I picked the Spurs to win it. If they win it, it'll be great. But I would love to see Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin win it.
Yeah, you know, with the Nets, you know, they're in the back of their minds. You know what they're thinking. They're saying, you know what, he made the football analogy already, Byron did. So he's like, are we going to be that team, the Buffalo Bills? Are we going to keep getting there and not getting over the hump? And that's going to be something that they're trying to prove not only to themselves but to the rest of the world, saying, you know what, we belong here, and not only belong here, we are the best team because right now they are playing the best basketball besides the Spurs.
But, you know, Byron Scott said something last week that's true. Shaquille's not involved. That changes all the dynamics of the playoff. The reason the Lakers won 3 championships because last year he killed New Jersey. He is the guy in the league. But, man, Shaquille takes everything out of the equation. That made the Spurs, that made New Jersey, possibly Sacramento before C. Webb got hurt. I brought some other teams into focus.
Meantime, it's for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, I had to go a couple trips.
The old fishing hole is back.
I had to go on a couple trips. Ben actually started with the fro. By the end of the fishing trip, he had the braid. So, and Rip Hamilton.
Nice shirt on you.
Yeah, we were just chilling. It was real nice out there that day. I tell you, Big Ben, man, he carried so many fish. He's so strong. That's a big dude, man. I tell you, he carried.
Looked like you've hauled in many at that point.
You know, he carried the boat, but my favorite of all times. I was fishing with the Lakers, Shaq and Kobe, and Jack came out. Oh, it just made my day.
Look at you wearing the purple velour.
He couldn't handle the truth. I handled them. I tell you, it was wonderful. This has been a great offseason.
What kind of fish do you have in your hand?
Oh, that was bass right there. That was bass. That's okay. We had a little speckled trout with the. Little speckled trout with the
big bass.
Big bass.
I got to say one thing. I got to congratulate Rick Carlisle and the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
They're going to get lost. They had an unbelievable season. Getting the #2 pick. Joe Dumars has done a great job. Rick Carlisle is a terrific coach. They're going to be around. I love watching Ben Wallace play. Once Chauncey Billups get healthy, they get that big guy from Europe or whoever they take. They're going to be right there.
But right now, what they're doing?
Fishing.
Yeah. I'd love to see that shot one more time.
Cancun.
Break, and I know it's possible.
Aruba. They're at Aruba.
More.
We went to Aruba.
Hey,
they're over there fishing in Aruba right now.
Marlin.
Yeah, no question. Look at Kobe. Kobe
Looks
was
like the before and after picture. No fish, lots of fish.
Lots of fish. Hey, Shaq, I like the way you fish, my man.
TNT Mondays. TV Guide calls it the best news show on television, and riveting. Television's best new series is now on TNT. Boomtown.
The Hyundai Win and Drive Home Sweepstakes. You can still register at NBA.com.
Leather seats.